All right, we're back. My contractor's worker needed my attention, so I had to help him with some stuff. So I had to end the video last time right where it was, so we're picking it up on the 4th CCNN. What do they call the black shirts? Came from over here, expended 12 CP to get to here, and the breakdown points that they expended was 24. But I did look up on regarding the recon on naval ships. So for the Commonwealth to attack, or not to attack, but to do recon, they can any of their planes that can reach, that's in North Africa or Malta, that has a recon capability can fly recon. So I just wanted to confirm that. And so it looks like there are a few that we can fly that by Alexandria, and they can make it to the sea lanes. So we'll do that for next time. So now I got that out of the way. Let's go back to our movement. So they are complete. Who is next? So we have this unit up here, the 64. As you can see, the coloring is gone off of this because of, in my other home when I had this set up, a lot of sunlight was coming in through the window and faded the counters. So a lot of my counters are faded. It's a good thing I purchased a couple other campaigns for North Africa copies. That way I can break them out and I'll have newer pieces. Maybe I'll just pay for someone to make me new counters. Now, let's see. What I'm gonna do here. Let's bring these guys up. I just want to check to see if they have if their leg is motorized. Because then their CP level will be different. Sometimes they have units that are motorized infantry units. Let's see here. These are U's. They are, no. If they were T and W, they would be, but they're U, so nope, they're just regular leg. So they're gonna pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we'll bring them to here. Let's count that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so they expended 10. It's half a point on the road for breakdown, so that's 5 breakdown points. 64, 5 break. All right, what else do we have? So we have some artillery here. Let's bring some of these artillery up. Got a regiment here. We have another regiment of artillery. I have 3 of them. So 3 regiments of artillery. So what do we have here? 42nd, a 6th, and a 20. Let's take a look at those. Let's see what they are actually. They would be here. bring that. Oh, it's done like guns. Okay, so this is what's entailed. So we have the 6th, the 42nd, and the 22nd, the 22. So we have the 6th. So we have 375 by 27 guns. We have the 42nd. So we have Howitzer, and we have the 22nd, which is right above it. Okay. So what do they do? Well, we can take a look at it. So if we look here, they have a barrage factor of 6. And the howitzer has an 8. So let's get some of that firepower up front. And they can help out. Get some more artillery. So I can have 6 stacking points and a hex. So a division is 5 stacking points. So if I have one more of these, a division can have these with it. So let's there were 15 CP value. So let's do, and they're motorized. So they move half on the road. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. We have to stop over here. We can pass them, but then you can't pass somebody on the road. You have to get off the road. So we're going to stop here at 9. Caught you just in time. Oh, come on. Don't need you to do this now. Yeah, let me fix this one too. That way it's more stable. All right. So let's take them all at 9. So I'll move as a group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right. So I ended there with 9. That way I know all of them have 9. And their breakdown, it'll be 4.5, rounded up to a 5. So it's a 5 breakdown on them. So it was the 22. This 22, it was the 42 and the 6. 42 and the 6, and that'll be 5. All right. So we're getting guys to the front line. Who else do we have to bring? we got some more artillery here. And then we have these guys over here. Oh, we got some infantry with artillery. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna get those guys up. I wish I had trucks, but they're not trucks right now. So let's leave them there. And let's leave these guys here as well, because I'm gonna have to get them supplies later. So I'm not gonna do anything with those guys. And over here. Let's get them to Benghazi. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, and their breakdown points were it's going to be 5. So this is called lib 5 libhar 5 1 CCRR. I find the breakdown part mechanic takes a long time, because now we still have to roll for them. So we're not done yet with them. All right. Trying to see. All right, that is it. We are done with movement. So the way it works is we check breakdown. So we're gonna roll, and I have to see if these guys, like using these guys first up here, did they have trucks? Were they given trucks during the game? So let me just check that part. Because those guys were just, they were just legs. So the only trucks they're gonna have is if their supply trucks are with them. And we will find out. So, yes, so they had 5 medium trucks, right? And so the way it works, the breakdown, I think I did this one time with you guys before, but we'll do it again. Let me get this out of the way. Get this out of the way. This down. take out the breakdown chart. So, I said they had a 5. Right, so they had a 5 breakdown. However, they're trucks, so they're gonna get 2 to the left. And so they're not gonna have any breakdowns, so they're good. We have to worry about them. Next up is, let's see who walked away. Let's go. Let's look at these guys. So they were all 9 actually, not 10. So they were all 9. Their breakdown was 5. And let's see, did they have any trucks with them? I think they did. No. So they had no trucks, nor can they break down, so they're fine. If they had supply trucks, there was a chance they broke down. Next up is the 64th. So the 64th, I know, has supply trucks. But let's see, the 64th was a 5 breakdown, so if they had supply trucks, they're not gonna break down. So they're good. I just wanna see if they have armor with them. No. Nope. So no breakdown for them. So they are good. Next. The 4cc. They had 24 breakdown points against them. Who do they have that makes up the 4cc? X. So they're motorized, I believe. That I said X is motorized. No, it's not. It's W. Okay, so X is not. So 24. Let's look at this. So they had 24 breakdown points. However, their supply trucks give them -2, which they're on the 4 to 10 column. Between 4 and 10, let's roll the dice and let's see what happens. $42, they're gonna lose 0%. All right, so nothing breaks down for them. So they're good. All right. So they're good, they're good, they're good. We'll work our way this way and work our way up. So, 5 Libyan. Let me cross off everybody who is good. So all these guys are good. All right, 5 Libyan is 14 breakdown points. 14 breakdown points for them. What do they have? Oh yeah, they're just leg. They have trucks with them. And so they're gonna be over here. 14. But then you go 2 to the left for the trucks, so nothing breaks down. So they're safe. Maletti also, but this is the rest of the division, so it's going to be different. All right, let's see. All right, so Maletti has this unit that we broke off, right? But this unit that broke off is all legs, so there's no worry about breakdown, and their supply trucks are passing. However, Maletti has a tank with them. They have an attached tank. Let's see what else. And they have units that are W's. So the other brigade with them are motorized infantry. Let me just double check that. Because W, I believe, is motorized, like I said. Yes. So they're motorized, so we have to check. And we have to also check for their supply trucks. The supply trucks are going to probably pass. What is Maletti anyway? Maletti is only 8 breakdown points, so they're going to definitely pass. So supply trucks don't need to roll for the supply trucks. And by the way, you roll for each type of supply truck. So if you have a light, you have to roll for the light, you have to roll for the medium, and you have to roll for the heavy. If you have tanks, you got to roll for every type of tank. So if you have a Panzer II, you roll for them. Panzer III, you roll for them separately. Panzer IV, you roll for them separately, and so on. It's not one roll for the tanks. So let's go back to this. So these units are motorized, so we're going to roll for them. However, motorized gets that shift to the left. So it's not going to be any breakdown, so they're good. So nothing that happens to them. Again, the more we do this, the more it becomes repetition and becomes smoother. So they're complete. What's the next one? 62nd. It's a 62nd R. They have, let's look at the 12 breakdown points. So their supply trucks can't break down. So we start there. Oh, let me back up. I need to get back to this guy. They had a tank. I forgot about him. Let's put this back again, right? They had a tank. It was M1139. So M1139 will get one shift to the right for breakdown. So it's one shift to the right for breakdown for them. And let's go back. We said that Maletti was an 8 breakdown points. So let's look at this. So they start here, and for the tank, it's one shift to the right. So we're on this column right here. Let's roll. Let's see what the damage is going to be. 63. 63. So they're going to lose 25% of their tanks. And how many do they have? Let me put you back. Seven. So we're gonna round it up. It's gonna be 3. 2.5, it's 5, it's 3, it's 14, 15, 17, yeah, it's gonna be 2. So 2 of them. Let's do that. Ready, 2. Wonderful. You know what? Let me leave it on top because they're gonna move before Milady does. So let's do this. Let's put this back. Remember, it's note the counter number 9. All right. So the tanks break down. Wow, so now we go up to this one. 62nd, we said, has a breakdown of 12. We know their supply cannot break down. And I was just gonna check the units. And also to see if they have tanks as well. This is a 6-second mark. I gotta put these in order. I don't have that. Get it from here. All right, so I found them. They are U's. U's are walking. However, they do have a tank, and their tank is CV. So there's CV. So CV gives us to the right. All right, so it looks like their tank's gonna break down. So they have 9 CVs with them, CV33s. Going back to, so they had a 12 breakdown value. So here we're at 12. And we go 2 to the right. And so we're on this column. Let's roll. Let's see the kind of damage we're gonna get. $25 gives us 10%. So they're gonna lose 1. So 1 breakdown. So they lost 1. So yeah, put them on top. So that was number 6. So 1 CV33 breakdown. Number 6. And this is 62 more. Who's this guy here? And they have, so these guys can't break down, so I don't have to worry about them. These guys are tanks. I think they're CVs, CV33s. They are, and so that's 2 to the right. And what did they expend? They had an 8. It's had an 8 breakdown points. 2 to the right. They're on a 21 to 30 column. We're gonna roll. 16. 16 gives us no breakdown. So nothing happens to them. Okay. These guys here, 1C, and I don't think they have tanks. What is their breakdown that they expended? 22. So they're already starting a bad spot. 22. All right, so let's look. They do have tanks. They have M39s. And that is it. So they have 7 of these. And it's 1 shift to the right. So they're on the 31 to 40 column. Not a good column to be on. 53. 53. 10%. So they're going to lose 1. So they're going to lose 1 of their M1139s. Oh, let's keep, you know what? I can put it down below because we're going to be attacking next. 1 M1139 breakdown, and that was number 11. 1 CC and N. This 1 Libyan, they only spent 2 breakdown points, so nothing's gonna break down. However, let me see. I think their tank might. If they have one. No, they do not. So they're good. Nothing happens with them. And these guys here, 63. 1 breakdown point. But if they have a tank, that tank is the only thing that can screw them up. Okay. They do have a tank. And it's a shift 2 to the right. So what did I say? They were 1 breakdown. They go 2 to the right, so they're an 11 to 20. Let's see how many of the 9 breakdown. 62. 62 is going to give us 10%. Right? 62, 10%. So they're gonna lose 1. So they're gonna lose 1. Let's write this down. 1. CV33 breakdown. Number 1263 CIR. Okay. Let's do this. I'll move them later. All right. We finished with the Axis player. However, we have to check second rifle. They're part of the 7th armor. But they expended 16 breakdown points. 16. All right, so N. Just want to make sure I have this right. N. Their code is N. Yeah, so they're motorized. So they're in trucks, so 16. Okay, but then you go 2 to the left because they're in the trucks. So nothing. So they're good. So nothing happens to them. And then we'll look at these guys. All right, let's, oops, he's a 6. All right, so this guy's 7th armor. 3 RH. We have 2-pounders. 2-pounders, so you have to worry about them. They can't break down. These guys 1 RT. They might break down. They're A9s. So an A9. 1 to the right. 1 to the right, but what was their breakdown points? 18. So it had 18 breakdown points, and 1 to the right. So they're between, let's see how much damage. 33. They're gonna lose 10%. And I forgot how many they have. 1 RT, 7. So they're gonna lose 1. So they lose 1 to breakdown. Let's get these things prepared. All right, so an A9, an A9 gets, let's do this one here. So we got 1 A9 breakdown. That's number 4, and that's 1 RTR, 7th armor. Okay, so this one gets broken down. This one is fine. So we can put him here. We can put him on top. And then this unit here, one Royale. They are minus reference one Royals. They're independent units. Interesting. I need to find that unit. All right, I'm going to put it to the side, and we'll find him later. He should be by itself because he doesn't have anything designated what he is, so he should be independent. See, like this is part of the 7th armor. This is part of the 7th armor. So is that. But the first, unless there's a typo, let me check the 7th armor. It is not. All right, so we're going to come back to that later. I'll put a note. I'll put a note to find out what this is. Okay. All right. So breakdown is complete. Now we check to see who is going to do combat. But let me just check secrets of play. All right, we did our movement. We did our breakdown. Now we get into combat. Now, anyone who exerts a zone of control into a hex like this exerts into all these hexes, each hex has to make an attack. These guys moved out, so we have an attack on this hex here. I just need to see something. The terrain is clear, but we're going down an escarpment and a slope. We're going on an escarpment and a slope. Let's see the penalties. Because I know if we're armor, we're going to have a penalty. So what we want to do is just come in. Well, even if some goes through, all of them get the penalty. It's not like other games where if you have a unit that is not going through a certain position, but the other ones are, they get negated because one isn't. In this system, you still get it, the penalty against you. All right, so I had you guys way back there while I was talking. So we're just talking about these 3 hexes going after this one. We have a slope here. We have an escarpment here coming down. So let's see what the penalties are. Okay, so if we go down escarpment, armor is 2 to the left, but close to salt we get 1 to the right. And down a slope, it's 1 to the left and 1 to the right. So on close to salt, we do well. We get 1 to the right on each one. However, if we do armor battles, we're gonna get for these 2 only. If we come with armor fighting, we're gonna get 2 against them, 1 against them here. Close assault, there's nothing that's a negative. Actually, everything's a positive on close assault. In our favor, the attacker's favor. Just want to see something on terrain. Crossing. Okay, all right, so I wanted to show you what I'm looking at. I was just reading the rules just to check something. However, if you look here, we're going down a slope. So if we do anti-armor phase, it's going to be 1 left to our value. If we do close assault, we get 1 to the right. So it's in our favor. So we're going to get in our favor 4 for fighting close assault. So this is actually going to be a good attack. And I'll just hold off my armor units. I'm not going to do any armor. So, but first things first. How many units of your artillery you're going to put forward or back? So I have to see, what are these guys? These guys are infantry, motorized infantry. All right, so we have 2 artillery here. I think this is a typo. This is really anti-air. Let's look at that. RHA. Go, RHA, that's the other division. Oh, what did I say? 4 RHA. It's 18 25 pounder, no? It's 18 25 pounder. So it is artillery. And they have So they can also fire at the tanks. So what we're gonna do is, to do so, you have to put them in forward position. If they're in back position, they cannot use their anti-tank ability. So, in the 7th medium. So definitely you're gonna go forward. These guys are in forward, the 4. And the other units, that's 7th medium, 60-pounder. We will also keep them forward too. So they're both going to be forward. Yeah, okay. So they're going to be forward. Find out how many I have. They will fire, let's see. Before I do that, we're going to be forward as well. I'm going to put everyone forward. So we got that out of the way. We'll fire in this hex. So we're going to try to hit their infantry with my guns. They have 2 different types. They can fire here. They can all fire here. Let's see, who is this? So we're going to fire all on this, and we're going to try to hit infantry. That's what we're going to do. So let's do that. So now we have to expend combat. We have to expend combat CP. Okay, so everybody's going to expend 5. Like I said before, I use different sizes because of this. Tells me they moved. This tells me that they did some other action. So you don't have to worry about fuel. You know now how to calculate fuel and not gonna mix up. All right, so they expended their CP for, now they have to expend 3. So everybody expended 3 in this hex. All right, so let's find out what the firepower is. So they're all firing over here. So let's see what they have. How many TOE? So that's the 4. He's got 6. So he has 6. 6 times 8. 48, which is going to be a 5. So you have 5 firepower coming out, and the other one is firepower, and this one, the medium, is 6 times 72, which becomes a 7. All right, so 5 and 7, it's 12, so I have to do this. Let me just put this down like so. All right, so we have 12. It's coming down. Like I said, I have to get my counters made with different colors. And they're gonna go from 1 to, like I said, I might even go up to 100. We shall see. So we got 12 going in here. And now they're done. Now I'm gonna add up all their firepower. Let's keep these together so we don't mix them up. Just 1 CCN. What's theirs? We're coming in with 6 of those and 3 of those. 6 of those and 3 of those. Let's look at this. 727. So that's 72, which is 7, becomes. And 24 becomes 2. So that's 9. So we have 9 coming down. Now, we, as the Italians, cannot combine our artillery. Each one is going to drop down by itself. So 1 is going to be 9. The other guy is going to be 1 Libya. I think he is also. So he has 6 of those 75-27 guns. So, oh, did I make a mistake? All right, I have to go back. It's actually, this is 36. 36 becomes a 4. So he's gonna drop down 4. I gotta double check this guy really quick. I think I made a mistake on his number. Uh, 36 is 4 is 6. Actually, this is 6, not 9. Okay. So we have 6, 4, and last one is 63. He is 75, 18. 36 becomes a 4. Um, 24 becomes a 3. So what did I say? 24 becomes a 2, I meant. Six. So we have 6 as well. All right, so we have 2 6s and a 4 that are going to be dropping right down on this, on these guys. And I just want to add these guys again. I want to make sure I didn't make a mistake. That's what I was checking on. so what kind of guns? 1825s, and he has 6 of them. It's 48, it's a 5, that's correct. So you have 5, and the other guy was a 7 medium. Yeah, that's correct. So everyone's correct. All right. So they have a big 12. Let's get this out of their way. So they have a big 12 going on now. 1 CCN. We will see the damage that they're going to do. Let's get this chart open. Okay, so they're at a 12. And there's no modifiers against them. 36. A 36, they pin a unit. So they're gonna pin an infantry unit. An infantry brigade, I mean not brigade, battalion. Okay. So they pin a battalion in there. Now we'll fire first. Fire a 6. Let's see what they do. Um, 41. No effect. Let's go to the next 6. Let's see what they roll. 41 again, no effect. And the last one's a 4. 61. Pin. So, we get a pin over there. Pin counters. All right, not bad. We got 1 pin out of it. So 1 of the units is pinned. Okay. All right, so this is done. Now we go into armor fighting and also close assault. But before we do that, they get a chance to retreat before combat. So they can get out of there. The problem is, this unit right here, we're gonna roll to see which of these two get the pin marker. Whoever it is, they can't go anywhere. So, 1 to 3, 6. These guys are pinned. So they can skedaddle out of there. The only problem is this guy's by himself and he's gonna have to fight by himself. And he's not gonna actually win because he has no strength to fight. And if you have no strength to fight, you are gonna have to surrender. So we will stay in that hex. Or should I just sacrifice these guys? I think we're gonna get out of there. We have to actually get out of there. And when we do retreat, I just want to check something. I believe for the retreat, we have to pay to break away. Reaction, no. But retreating, I believe, yes. Let's see. Retreat before assault. Okay. Non-phasing units in the zone of control, which they are, must pay the cost of break-off, contact, or engage. They're right now in contact, so they're gonna have to pay an additional 2. So you have to pay 2 to get out of there. These guys can't go anywhere right now. And I have to look at, so they have to pay 2 to get out of there. Is there breakdown points? They can't break down, they can't break down. And these guys cannot break down, so 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 2. Actually 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 and 3 is 13. They would have expended 13, and then they're at a -3 cohesion. So let's do that. Let's get over to this hex. And these guys have plenty to get back on. They're here, they're pinned. And they expended 13. So they expended 3 and 10 for moving. That way I can do the fuel the proper way. And I just want to make a note. Third cold. Third cold. -3 cohesion hit. All right. So they're in the hex. Now I believe they're gonna surrender. Alright, so there's going to be a couple places I have to look. So one of them is if a defender non-phasing player for any reason allocates no units, here you go, allocates no units to an assault, all his units in the hex automatically retreat 3 hexes and earns 3 disorganization. That is one rule. I saw another rule that they have to surrender. Pin units and units retreated before assault into a hex under close assault attack may not. Yeah, you cannot. I know that. There's a place where is a place where you have to surrender. All right, I'm going to end the video here. And because of this here basically is the comment's done. And we're just going to figure out what this is. So I'll just put this back. And I know I have to move these later out of there. We got to get them to our repair shop. However, let me find out what this guy is. Either he's going to retreat 3 hexes or he has to surrender. So I'll get back to you guys on that. Talk to you guys later.